Hello and welcome to Top 10 Versus, where we take my top 10 versus his top 10, or somebody else's, but nobody else is here, so we're just going to do us.
Yep.
So, today's top 10 list, top 10 credits music.
Woo! It's what you hear when you beat the game, alright.
Okay,
so
number 10, let's do it.
Alright, starting with mine. Number 10, Mario Party 2. I actually, just 5 minutes ago decided that it was going to go in my number 10 spot because I haven't heard it in a long time, and it brings up a lot of good memories of playing the game, so... And also, you get fireworks with your music, which is pretty cool when you're playing a game like that, because then you're like, oh my god, these fireworks are for me. I beat the game, so they're obviously for me. So
Well, it's not just the credits, it's the credits music.
I know, but that's why it empowers the music. Like, the music gives meaning to the fireworks.
True,
you
yeah.
know?
But
It's I don't know. It just kind of affects me in that way.
I like it too. I forgot it existed, so it was really nice to see. But we can't stay too long. So let's go to my number 10.
Okay.
Number 10 for me, Portal 2. Yes! I love it. It's so catchy. It's amazing. I can sing it. The first time I saw it was at Cole and my cousin actually beat it. I've never beat the game, to be honest. I want to beat the game. All I've heard is like the credit music in the first level, which is amazing. So I'm gonna get into this. It's so amazing! Oh, I love it.
It is, I will give it that it is very catchy. And it's just not in my top 10 is why it's not on my list, is because there are others that I feel take priority over Portal 2's credit music.
You can kill him later. Number 9 for Cole.
My number 9 pick is Ace Combat Zero. Just because I know that it's kind of like an outdated game now, just because it was on the PlayStation 2 and that was a while ago. But I like it because it's Spanish guitar. And I don't know why, I'm not Spanish or anything, I've just always had like an affinity for Spanish guitar music. And are you seriously pantomiming?
Well, I am the Mexican here, so I have to play the Spanish guitar.
But, you know, I've always liked that kind of music. And it gives you, it kind of like, if you've ever played it, it kind of gives a certain feel to the ending, like how all the events played out in the game, and I don't know, it just affected me. So
I think it's alright. My number 9. I'm kind of cheating with this one. It's Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 Days, but it's the theme for Kingdom Hearts 2. Yet it is the credit music for Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 Days. And my friend Jorgie will back me up, this is amazing music. It's one of the best video game composers there is. Composed the music for Mario and Luigi RPG games and the Kingdom Hearts games. I don't know what else she did, but she probably did something other amazing things. Blow my mind.
it's funny that you can't think of examples.
No, I can't. I know, like the Mario and Luigi RPG 3 Last Boss. That's a good song.
Yeah.
And Partners in Time. So I don't know what to say. It's just another song that makes me feel amazing and wants me to get into the Kingdom Hearts mood, because I still have to beat number 1 the freaking hardest boss battle request. Because now apparently beating Kingdom Hearts 2 with Sephiroth isn't good enough for you. Go to the next one.
My number 8 comes from my cherished 90s childhood.
Mine too.
Yoshi's Story.
Love this game.
Just because I grew up with it. It was the first game that I had ever it was, to be honest, it was the first game that I ever actually owned. And I think that's the strongest bond, is when it's the first game that you own and beat by yourself. And it's a really good memory to have, and this song it makes me think of that, and I just love it. I love it so much.
I love it too. It's freaking amazing. Last boss coming to this scene. It's kind of sad, actually.
It made me feel sad that the game was over. I was like, oh, I don't get to play it. And then I went and played it again, so I was happy.
It's a quick game, but it's still a great game. And the music, I'm gonna cry. That's about all I can say, is that it's a good choice. I wish I could have put it in my top 10, but There's so many songs. There's so many games that I've played. If I had another spot for an honorable mention, I would put it on there, but I don't. But it is a great song. Fantastic. Good choice. This is my number 8, yeah, it's Kirby. It's so upbeat and I love it to death. It's amazing cause I beat King D, and I floated a castle all the way to someplace. Okay, I just love it. It's so happy. It's such an upbeat song. I don't know why, I just love it. I feel like dancing all the time, doing the Kirby dance.
I feel like you're gonna hit me.
But I'm doing the Kirby dance. That's about all I got. Anything you want to add?
I'm doing the Kirby dance with you.
Yay, Kirby!
That's gotta count for something. My number 7 starts off kind of slow, just because it's the Batman Arkham Asylum credits. And the reason I picked it is because it's fucking Batman. You have to like Batman credits. And I know people are like, well, if you want to pick Batman credits, why don't you pick one of the other games? Because that was the most recent Batman game that I played, and I wanted to pick it, so that's why I picked it.
I am the knight.
You're not.
I'm the knight.
Batman's the knight.
I am the knight. I am Batman. I'm Batman. That's about all I got to add for this one. Batman. This is my number 7. It's Luigi's Mansion, and it is funky. God, I love it. I've beaten this game countless amount of times. This song has just kind of been screwed into my head. Like, it's so fucking catchy. And the fact that like they have little Luigi moments and Mario would like go, hey Luigi! It's fucking amazing. I want to beat this game over and over and over again. It's so much fun. I can't wait for Luigi's Mansion 2. Will it be as good? I don't know. Do I care? Yes, but I want to play it so bad. And I love this music. It was my first GameCube game, and it's still fun to play. It's kind of like an ageless game, even though people are like, oh, you don't jump, so it's not good. It's good. Fuck you. It's the first good Ghostbusters game, besides the one on the Super Nintendo that never came to America. Anyway.
I can't really say anything about that, because we're Americans.
American. I knew me in America.
But I'm me.
Fuck you, advertisement. You're such a fucking bitch. I hate you. Go to die. Da 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 da. I hate you so much. You don't make any sense. What are you doing? Black and white guy. Ha ha ha. That makes like so. It's like Scrubs. Oh my god.
Holy shit. Okay. We'll wait for it to start. Objection!
Objection!
Objection! Okay, so my number 6 is Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations.
It wouldn't make sense if we didn't have an unabridged song from it.
Yeah. But I love it just because I love this franchise so much, and
I got him into it.
and this, I went back and looked through all of the credits music, and I just picked this one because it was the one that appealed most to me. And you know, had it not been for my affinity for these games, I probably wouldn't have even thought about it. But you know,
the original
music
Paul
is so
Dutz is
good.
good too.
Yeah.
But this one is also my favorite. Just I love it so much. And you can't like a game. You can't not like a game that has Coffee Man in it.
Of course not.
That would be obtuse.
That would be a sin. No, not a sin. I better not say that. That's religion. What?
I don't take offense to that, Cole. And
I know, but other people might.
I don't care about you. Number 5?
No, it's your number 6.
Ah, number 6. Star Fox 64 credits music. The credits are amazing too, but the credits music is amazing as well. Oh, it's so good. It makes me feel like I accomplished something. Accomplished something great. Unless I get the bad ending, then I feel like a fuck that just thought I did something great. But for whatever reason, I'm such a horrible person. I let Andros live. Yeah. But I like it. It's really good. It makes me feel like I did accomplish something. And that's all I can say. Is it? And also, it has a striking resemblance to Ocarina of Time's credits. And that's probably just because it's Koji Kondo.
Yeah, he does like most of the music for a lot of those games, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. It's amazing. I love it. It has that certain, because you go like, oh, I thought it was. You thought it was the music from Smash Brothers Brawl. It was great music,
and
but
then
it's
you
it's
told me it was a mix of all of it.
yeah, it's a mix of like the songs that came in. It's like yeah, it's amazing. It's so good. Can't beat a game about animals in space, really.
Nope, especially if they talk.
Exactly. I'm the Great Leon. Number 5.
Shut up. My number 5 is Super Mario Galaxy. Just because it's fucking heroic.
Just listen to that.
Just starting it is like it explodes just into heroic music.
I like how you got this one confused with number 2 at first.
I know, and then I was like, wait, no, it's other one. Go back.
Yeah. It's like Super Mario Galaxy. Even I know that the music is amazing, and I feel really bad because, spoiler alert, I didn't add it to this list. But I really, really wanted to. We're trying to keep it 1 for series.
Yeah.
And it's so good. I'm glad Cole has it on his list at least.
Yeah. That way we don't forget about it.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love it.
It's
great choice. Okay, before I start explaining myself, shut your whiny asses up. I know Paper Mario music is amazing from the original. I know Super Mario RPG music is amazing from the original too. But I love this one for some reason. You might hate this game, but I love this credits music. It's so good. It's like, once again, it's like happy and upbeat. I felt bad. I was competing with this one and Paper Mario, but ultimately I chose this one. But if I was picking for credits in general, Paper Mario would win because that credits is freaking amazing. But Super Paper Mario's music, yes. It's an instant action RPG.
I realize that, and it's probably why I didn't play it when I was a kid.
It's a Wii game.
That's also probably why I didn't play it when I was a kid. See, these are the things that I don't know that people hate me for, but I don't give a shit because you make sure that everybody knows I'm wrong.
He's always wrong.
So, my number 4.
Yep, number 4.
Yeah. My number 4 is Super Mario Brothers 2.
For good reasons.
Because it's, first of all, okay, I only got about a quarter of the way through the game, so I know that I never really saw this legitimately. Secondly, this song is catchy as shit. If you just listen to it, you'll be humming dun 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 dun. You will hum that for hours.
I did hum it for hours.
I guarantee it. He did it. I did it. I know a few other people who did it. It's because it's fucking catchy and it will not leave you.
It's about as catchy as the bicycle theme from the... Is it the original or the gold? They're both catchy. Like, it's extremely catchy. I love it too. And another spoiler, it's not on my list, but it's so good. I love it. And I'm glad, once again, that Cole had the decency to put it on his list at least.
I'm a good person.
He's a good person. Great music. Love it. Love it. I also love the game, which when people are like, meh, maybe. And I'm like, nope, the game's good. Shut the fuck up.
You can't really bash a lot of the Mario games.
No.
There's a few of them you can, but...
Well, Mario is pretty much hard to ruin.
Yeah, they got it right.
Somehow Phillips did it. Look, number 4 for me, Sonic 2. Okay. It's just a nostalgia thing for me. Might not be for you guys, like, what? But it embodies it. Like, it has almost every song from the Sonic 2 that you played, so it's like, oh wow, I remember this song, I remember this song, I remember this song. It's like I'm going on the adventure and just listening to these songs again. And this is like the first game I played too, so that might be another reason. But for the most part, I just love it. It's so good. I'm gonna cry again. Took me about 7 years to beat that game.
I never beat it.
Not many
I
people
didn't have
do.
the patience. Also, I didn't own a Sega.
Here's a fun fact about me. I left a comment once that says, I will not let my son have a girlfriend until he beats this game. And I think I'm going to stick with it. You hear that, future possible son or daughter? You don't get to date until you beat Sonic 2. I hope they watch this.
You should just keep it on your computer.
I will.
Number 3 for me is the Shadow of the Colossus credits music. And it's like, I like it because it's got like a tranquil type sound with kind of a darkness hanging over it. and it gives the message of the fact that you killed all of these things because you wanted, you know, your love to live again. And it
we don't want to spoil the game for them.
Well, I already did, so too fucking bad. Maybe you should go play it. But it like drives the point home as to what you did and why you did it, and it empowers the outcome of that. And I always really liked it. Not to mention, it's just a great game.
You have quite a few sad songs on this list.
I'm not goth. I'm just I like sadder music, I guess. I don't know. That's not always the case. It's not like I'm just depressed all the time.
People I like sad music too sometimes. Like Yesterday from the Beatles, that's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So,
you know, it's one of those songs it's sad, but you can still enjoy it and not be like totally emotionally scarred or depressed or anything.
That's saved for Splatterhouse, the arcade version credits, and something else I can't remember right now. Oh well, that's another honorable mention.
Oh,
yeah. Number 3 for me. If you haven't guessed by now, I owned a 64, and it was one of the first systems I ever owned. Not the first system I ever owned, one of the first. And
Wasn't your first one like a Super Nintendo?
Sega Genesis was my first.
Genesis.
Super Mario 64, one of the first Mario games I ever got to beat. First Mario game I ever got to play. Oh my god, the music is amazing. The cutscene is amazing too, but it's not nearly as amazing as the music. The music is another song that kind of makes you want to cry. It's like that. It's happy that that you won and stuff, but it's bittersweet because it ended, and it has that weird feeling to it. It's like, kind of like that. That sounded really weird now that I think about it, but oh well. It's like bitter without the sound.
My number 2 pick falls to Assassin's Creed 2.
Another game I've never played.
And really, this song is prevalent through a lot of the credits of the Assassin's Creed games. And it's not in all of them, I don't think. No, it's only in the ones that include Ezio. And I don't really remember if it's in Revelations, because I know I played that game, but I didn't really pay attention to the credits, I guess. But it's just like, it's also at the opening of number 2, and I don't know why, but I feel a really strong connection with this music, and it always it always psychs me up to play the game whenever I hear it. And it's really kind of like the driving force that keeps me waiting for the next Assassin's Creed game. It's like, oh my god, I get to hear that music again. That's like a big part of why I wait for the next game and just, you know, stay with it and everything.
This is a song that you were debating between this and your number 1 pick.
Yeah. Yep. I had to think about it actually. Before we made this list, I had to sit and think which one did I want in my number 1 spot. And it was close. It was very close.
It does sound really good. I'm gonna give you that. But once again, it doesn't make it to my top 10 list because I haven't beat a single game in that series. I have Brotherhood, but I just can't get into it. I just can't.
You disappoint me as a person.
Well, here's another thing that's disappointing, is that I haven't beat a Metal Gear Solid game because I had number 1, but my GameCube broke, and I refuse to play them until my GameCube I fix my GameCube or my Wii, and get to play it again. Because I'm not playing number 4, which Cole gave me. I'm not playing that until I beat number 1, and maybe number 2, and 3 when I get it on the 3DS.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a while, Cole.
Well, number 3 isn't.
Can't be here all day. Number 2 for me. My number 2. I've debated this one for a long time. Not with my number 1 pick. So my number 1 pick was like automatic. I knew what it was. My number 2 pick, I was debating this, Skyward Sword, Majora's Mask. Ultimately, I love the Majora's Mask credits the most just because of the cinematics. But number 1, the Ocarina of Time credits, it's just so damn good. It's so heroic, so tragic at the same time. Just individual parts. It's so good. I love it. It just embodies the game so much. But I'm not going to talk about it too much right now because
we've got honorable mentions to get through.
Yeah. So here's our honorable mentions. I'm going to say my honorable mentions real quick. Is that Earthbound, I know a lot of you love it. I love it too. But I couldn't put it on because there was just too many games that I played and loved. Earthbound Smiles and Tears is a great song, and I really wish I could have put it on here, but just because I had so much, I couldn't. But it would definitely be top 15, somewhere in there. Another one I didn't get to put on is Ristar, because that one's also be in my top 15, and it's an amazing song. It's just that there's so many good songs, so many good games that I've played, and I love it, and it's just I can't put it on there. And Nicole, your honorable mention? You don't have to skip to it. We can just do it right here.
No, all right. I guess I don't really have to play it just because everybody knows it, basically.
Yeah.
My honorable mention is the credit music from pretty much any Star Wars game ever made. And it's just because I love that music just as much as anyone else who loves Star Wars.
It always starts out the same, but
because it's always the same. It's always the Star Wars theme, and then it'll go into, you know, whatever music was in the game. But you know, I thought I would give it an honorable mention because it's in Star Wars has so many games, and you know, I didn't put it on my list just because it's in so many games that, you know, it would just take out a lot, and really I don't like hold it closest to me just because I've heard it so many times and that it's gotten kind of played out.
Also, it starts out from a movie, and that'd be kind of like cheating.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cheating as well. Yeah.
So, want to go play your number one? Press the back button.
Okay. My number one pick is his number two pick.
Oh.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
That's why we didn't talk about it too much. My number two.
Yeah. I picked this because, and I'm going to be honest here, because I don't care what you think.
I care what I think.
I don't care what anybody else thinks. This was the only music in a game that ever got me to become emotional to the point where I cried because the game was over. And I'm not talking like I was sitting there bawling my eyes out because the game was over, you know. It was that whole, you know, it was just, you know, like the tear kind of, you know, I can't believe it's over, but probably gonna go play it again, but not for a few months just because I feel accomplished. So, you know, but it was the only music in a game that ever really got me emotional, and that's why it's my number one pick, because it's the only one that ever got to me.
It gives it actually kind of hurts my ribs, kind of like it gives that weird tingling feeling. Yeah. Like, oh, maybe it's because I crack my ribs and every time something emotional happens to me, it hurts. But it's just like, man, I also it's just really sad that it's over. But it's happy because we beat Ganondorf. But it's really good. I like it a lot.
Alright, your number one?
My number one. Number one for me is Mario Kart 64 credit music. Oh man, where do I even begin? This is just like Cole. This is something I got sentimental about because, to be honest, I didn't know you could beat Mario Kart 64 when I was a kid. I thought you just played it. I just played it for the hell of it. I loved all the music from Mario Kart 64. I loved the result. I loved Luigi's Circuit. I love it all. And then when I figured out I could beat the game, I was like, oh wow. Well, actually I didn't figure out I could beat the game because I played Double Dash and I beat that one and I got some awesome new title screens. Like, you know what? I'm gonna play number one again. I bought it for the Wii, and I was like, okay, I'll play this again, try to beat it, and I beat it. I saw the credits for the first time, and I was like, I literally, because at that point I was standing up because I was getting so tense into Rainbow Road. When I beat it, I sat down, and I was like, it's over. I beat a childhood game that I could never beat or didn't know I could beat, and I don't know what to think. The music was just so emotionally empowering. It's sad music, but it's triumphant at the same time. But it's like, it's over. You did a great job, and hey, you're very good. See you next time. Now that's exactly what it does.
I know, but
God, it's such a good game. Such great music. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Best credit music ever. And that's saying a lot since it toppled Mario. It toppled Super Mario 64, goddammit, and Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword and all that. It's just so good. I love it. It might not be the best credits, but it's my favorite credit music of all time. So, that's about all I can say for that. Amazing. Just freaking amazing. Rainbow text, fuck yeah. But it's mostly the music I like.
Alright, so
that was our top 10 verses, and to be honest, not bad. Obviously my top 10 was number 1.
Fuck off.
There's a reason.
Fuck off.
I've played more games.
Fuck off.
I've played 164 and beaten them.
I don't know how many I've played. I don't count like a psycho.
I've beaten more than 164 in recent. I haven't kept track recently.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to 200 and become the king of the gamers.
That doesn't make you the king.
Oh well. That's our top 10 verses. So what do you guys think is number 1? We don't care. But anyway.
You can leave it in the comments if you want. We'll look at it and probably just disregard it.
But it's good to have your input. Hopefully we can include you guys in the next top 10 because I want to have them like top 10 versus you guys. So we'll think about it.
We're working on it. We'll do it.
Yep.
Because we know that we have people who would watch it. There's a few of you, I guarantee it.
Make it sound arrogant. Like, we know you watch
There's
it.
at least one, okay? There's gotta be at least one person.
It's me. It's Jorgy.
Yeah. Fucking our friend, whatever.
Yeah! So,
we'll have him.
Top 10 verses, I think we should include them on something.
Well, we're gonna be doing that review thing that we were trying to work on earlier, but we couldn't get it to work. But hopefully, before before May, or before the end of May.
Here's the ones I know I want to include them in. Is top 10 video game music and top 10 anime. Yep. So, think about those two.
Yep. All right.
This has been top 10 verses, and the obvious winner here.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins, but mostly me because I'm Nick.
Okay. Well,
that's the end.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching our video. See you next time.
Bye.